Hey everyone, thanks for coming. Yeah, really awesome to see everyone here. Really appreciate you guys coming out. We're super excited today to celebrate the G3, our newest camper product. We've worked super hard on this. We've taken all the learnings from the G1 all the way back in 2022 and the G2 that we launched about a year and a half ago, and we've packaged it all together and worked super hard to make the G3. So the G3 is a 286-mile range, fully electric camper van with a modular interior that is customizable. And we have some new features too, new materials, a raisable bed. We'll unveil all of that. Also, as part of the G3 launch, we have unveiled a commercial offering. So we make commercial vehicles, mobile medical clinics, mobile dental clinics, tech grooming vehicles, mobile offices, reefer vans, food trucks, marketing and experiential vehicles. Really a whole bunch of different offerings. And we'll see two of those today too. So we'll show you the G3 camper, we'll show you a mobile medical clinic, and we will show you a marketing vehicle for the Transit Authority of Oregon, who is using it as an experiential event vehicle. But yeah, so thanks again for coming. Carolina from Michigan Central is going to say a few words, and then we'll go inside and do a tour.
This is an exciting day. I'm super excited for Grounded and all that he has done. Honestly, for those of you who have not been here before, this is St. Anne, what we call our St. Anne's property, and it's an extension of Michigan Central. It's part of the 30-acre campus. So we think building something special here, right? We have, in our partnership with Blue Lab, we have over 150 startups that are in Detroit that have come to this region to work here. While we've been at this for about 2 years, we've learned a lot about what startups need. You know, I have a strong affinity for Sam because he took a bet on us really early on. He was New Lab's first member in Detroit. He was at Michigan Central way before New Lab even got here. We had a tent, a mobile workplace for him set up. It had a tent with some power. We forgot some major, basic necessity stuff, but we worked all of that out. But then as Sam was in the campus and in the New Lab building, he grew. And that's what we want the startups to do. And he needed more space. So we found this property and helped him expand into it. And that's what we truly want to do, is help Detroit drive the entrepreneurial economy here and the innovation economy, and really help companies like Sam start his business, grow his business, and stay in Detroit. So we're really excited about your new products. You know I'm a huge fan and can't wait to see them.
Thanks, Carolina. And we also have our newest grounded engineer over here. Shout out to Anthony. This is Anthony Jr. Anthony's our software engineer. We have a bunch of engineers in the crowd. That's Joe. We got Kyle, Lakshmi, Hadi. Nadia is our Chief Product Officer. Matt over there is our VP of Engineering. But yeah, we'll go inside. Should we do the lift grand reveal? Yeah. Garage?
I'm going to try and get closer. People are struggling to hear.
We'll do a walkthrough so everyone can follow. So this is our mobile medical van up here that you guys can go in and see in a minute. We have the Transit Authority van over here in the corner. We have a marketing G3 that's still being built, and then we've got our first customer G3 that I'll show you right now.
Someone want to sit in there with you? Should we show?
we've got a table that can seat 6, a raisable bed on top of me. This table turns into another bed, so you basically have a bunk bed situation. You have a California king size bed down here, queen bed on top that, like I said, comes down. You can bring it down halfway and have people sleeping down here and sleeping up here. You can use these as twin beds on the side if you have kids. We have all new materials that are 100% recycled from home appliances and single-use plastic utensils. You can choose your color and your texture. I'm going to show the raisable bed and then we can walk around. That's it. I'm not gonna bore you guys anymore, but feel free to walk around, check out the vans. You can check out the Transit Authority van. Enjoy it. Thanks a lot for coming. Really appreciate it. And then maybe for the live stream,
I think we should do an India
we're gonna
tour.
keep going on the live stream and show you guys some more. So let's walk through the G3.
Oh, this is a cool looking thing on the right. What's this?
So this is our marketing G3. This is hand painted by Ivan Montoya, who also painted the G2 Reverence, and Joey Solomon, who worked with Ivan on this one. So we think it's a really beautiful design that we're pretty amazed with. G3. So like the G2, we replaced the passenger seat. This is our premium offering in the Tier 3. Tier 1. This is a really nice adjustable, passenger seat. It's got an armrest, so you can adjust it. It's really comfortable for long road trips. You've got the GM cabin up here, super spacious. A lot of storage space up here. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Google Maps built in, all your standard modern safety features. We upgrade the speaker system. We upgrade the insulation in the cabin. So it's a little bit quieter, a little bit more thermal insulation, a better speaker system. We also, on the G3, actually, let's show real quick. We offer an exterior light on the front. So you see those lights up there, we can add those lights. And then we have a switch in the cabin where you can switch those on and off. So let's go inside. So, super excited about the G3 interior. Lot of improvements from the G2. So we've just made, if you just kind of look at the wall structure and the wall materials, you can show over here too. We've really refined the whole interior aesthetic. So instead of having exposed aluminum rails that we had in the G2, we sort of hide those now behind the walls. So we still have our own aluminum structure that we add and use to kind of create this whole interior and mount everything to, but we don't expose those rails. So it's a bit more of a refined look. For the wall material itself, this is actually not wood, even though it has that really nice cabin wood feeling to it. It's a wood alternative. It's made of rice husk. It's water resistant, rot resistant. It's a lot more durable. It's nicer to work with. It doesn't have a front-facing veneer that might start to peel off over time at all. So it's going to be a really durable, really beautiful interior, warm feeling material. We have some black trim, on some of the edges that also has this really nice contrast that matches the outlets, matches the window frame. So we think it's a really nice aesthetic going on in here. And then we also have these. We introduced, instead of the puck lights on the ceiling, we have these really nice LED tracks where the LEDs sit in there flush. We have a roof-mounted HVAC system for your cooling in here. This is an air conditioning unit. And then we have heating. So you can see there's an electric heater, which is part of the reason we raised the floor up here. The other reason we raised the floor is we actually have, we'll show you in a bit, a 5-foot long pull-out drawer basically a camp kitchen out of the back. So you pull out this 5-foot drawer. It has an induction stove inside. You can fit your camping chairs. You can use it as a cutting surface. So that's a really nice feature in the G3. Let's talk about materials and cabinetry. So we still, I shouldn't say still. We've totally changed the cabinetry construction approach. Like I said, we don't use wood anywhere in the vehicle anymore. We make the cabinets out of aluminum. We frame it up with an aluminum tubing structure. So this is a more industrialized process for us. It's easier to manufacture than traditional cabinetry. It also is going to be way more durable for you, the customer, in the long term, right? So you don't have warping, you don't have issues with durability. I mean, this is obviously going to keep its shape indefinitely with this structure. It's almost like an aerospace engineering type of approach to cabinetry. And then these faces that you see, like I mentioned earlier, these are 100% recycled. So this is, the material is recycled from home appliances, things like refrigerators, white goods appliances. And then you can see this really nice zoom in there. This is a nice like texture pattern that you see. So these are actually other components that are recycled and basically mixed into this resin. And so we offer a range of colors and patterns that have different recycled compositions. And so if you use our configurator tool, configurator.groundedrvs.com, to design your own G3 camper van, the last step, you'll go and you'll choose all your furniture modules, and then the last step of that configurator is to actually choose your materials, and it shows you a 3D visualization of your material in the van. And so you'll see all the different patterns and colors, and some of them are quite bold, and other ones are a little more subtle, like this one. We also have one that's almost just a pure white, if you don't even want any patterns or colors. So we're super excited about the material choice. You can see that we've designed out any handles. We're really excited about this. You know, again, multiple benefits, right? From an industrialization perspective, we've removed components entirely. So now this just gets done in the machining process, and you can actually pan over to the right and see our CNC machine. We have the van parked right in front of the machine shop right now. So that's where we machine all of our material. We, by the way, 100% made in Detroit, made in America. Super excited about that from an industrialization perspective. Other benefit is from a user perspective, you're not gonna walk by and clip, you know, your belt or something on a handle, right? So really nice design of all this cabinetry, you know, really nice drawers. All this stuff is soft close. So you push it, it's soft close, and then there are magnetic latches. So you can see the magnets here. So everything is magnetized. When you close it, it's not gonna open while you're driving. And then it has that really nice soft close mechanism to it. So the cabinetry is a giant step up from the G2. We're super excited about it. Nick is in the shower right now. I'll show you that. This is a full shower. Let's actually talk about height in the G3 generally. So this is 6.5 feet of interior standing height in the G3. So, you know, much more than most Class B camper vans. So even if you're 6.5 feet tall, you can stand comfortably in here. The shower is a little bit shorter, just because we raise it up for plumbing. But it's still a very spacious, very comfortable shower. We've got this, you know, really nice nozzle. You can use like this. Obviously, shower door. And then we have it set up in this van as a wet bath. So this is a toilet. The toilet's removable. All our toilet systems are self-contained. So we don't use black water tanks. We have self-contained toilets. There's a few different options. Again, you can see the different options in the configurator tool. The fact that they're self-contained is it's cleaner. It's you know, no mess. Again, you can actually take them out of the van if you were going on a short trip and you don't want it. Store it in the garage or something. So that's the toilet situation. We have these countertop materials. So the countertops are 50% recycled, and they are 100% recyclable. So again, you can see some different recycled materials kind of mixed in here to make the patterns. We have a few different options. And then obviously we have that matched throughout the vehicle. So you can see the table here. that's the same pattern. Let's talk about sleeping and bench seating. Oh, Nick's reminding me we have more kitchen stuff. Let me show you the rest of the kitchen. So, bigger refrigerator in the G3 than the G2. Really nice. We try to be more intentional with details in this one. So we have this really nice G machined into this piece here. Refrigerator opens up like this. We do have a bigger refrigerator option as well. You can look at that in our configurator tool. Here we have our microwave. So again, the G3 is modular, meaning the modularity happens when you design your van and order it. So when you go through the configurator tool, you choose which modules you want, and you can see that this customer chose the microwave module, but there are other choices. So there are other things that can go here. And then if you're a commercial customer, obviously we have more commercial oriented modules as well, but you can also choose these too. So if you're like a small business or solopreneur, or a big company, and you want a marketing vehicle, experiential vehicle, mobile medical services, whatever it is, it's a pretty large space as far as vans go. So you can do a medical bed here, and then still have a kitchen if you want a sink and a place to wash your hands, or even if you want a place to cook, so you can use the vehicle for work during the day and then still take it out on the weekends. There's really a lot of different spaces that we can create inside this vehicle. We have our sink here. This very modern sink faucet that moves like this. Seat here. And more overhead storage. Okay, seating. So this is the, whatever you want to call it, the eating area, the working area. So this vehicle that we're in, the customer chose the tier 1 with the raisable bed. So you can see the ceiling height is obviously not 6.5 feet right here, because above me is a bed that comes down. And even with this bed above me, there's still plenty of room down here. And Nick sitting here next to me, he's, how tall are you? 6'5". 6'5". Nick's 6'5", and he's very comfortable here. Nick's 6'5", and he's very comfortably sitting here. You can see how much space there is back here. You could really easily, very comfortably sit 6 people in this area, 3 across each way. This table is on a rail system that basically can move on this axis, and it can move on this axis. So you can kind of get it out of the way. You can, oh, yes, you want it? Sorry, I forgot I had it. So you can get it out of the way, you can put it in the middle, you can kind of do with it what you need for however you're using this space back here. But this is great if you have a family, or you have friends who are meeting you at the campsite, or like I said, you're a mobile business with mobile operations, you want to bring people into the space. Really, really spacious back here. And it also turns into a bed. So I'm not going to go through, we'll do separate videos where we show it. Or should I just show it?
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine. I thought you were talking about.
Okay, we'll do separate videos. But basically this table goes down. And then if you see these aluminum rails here, basically the table will go down. I'm not going to show it right now, but it'll go down and it'll sit on those rails. And then you can see that it doesn't reach the whole thing. So down here, we keep these wood pieces. Sorry, not wood, but the wood alternative that's made of rice husk that I mentioned that we use. And so you take these pieces and you lay them across right here. And then you basically slide these cushions down. And then now this whole thing becomes a bed down here. And then, like I mentioned, above it we have the raisable bed. And we're super excited about the raisable bed. You have your switch right here. And so I'll hold this. And this comes down. And this, if you want to drop the table, then obviously the bed can come down more. So if you're just by yourself, or you and your partner, and you don't need the space underneath it while you're sleeping, you can put the table down and you can bring the bed down all the way. And then, by the way, the rear door that we have now that we replaced the garage door with, I'll close it to show you, but it has a window in it too. So while you're in the bed, if you have the head of the bed by the back and the door's closed, there's a window there. So you have your nice view either during the day or at night. You can look out the window, look at the stars from bed, which is really nice. And then, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, if you have guests, whether it's kids or friends, whatever, you can basically have the raised bed, in a position like this, where it's about halfway, and then below, you drop the table and turn that into a bed, and then you basically have a bunk bed situation. So you can, this is a queen size bed, and then if you turn this into a bed, it's actually a California king. So you got 2 beds, a queen and a California king. So you really can sleep and seat a lot of people in this space, which is great. Let's go around.
I'm gonna look out the window from here.
Okay, should I drop the bed a little bit?
I can do the bed. You go around and get ready. I was gonna do the bed up.
Smoke. I need the extra springs on the bed.
Listen, and then he's like, "Hello, live stream."
Who are these guys?
So here's the door, our new door that we replaced the bright drop door with. And you can see the window that I was talking about, which is the same size window as all the other windows. And then just to quickly mention, oh, actually, let's show this drawer down here. So we have a 5-foot drawer that pulls out of the back. This customer wanted the induction stove to be portable, so you can leave it in here and use it, and you can also bring it inside if it's raining or it's not good weather outside. But you can stand here, you can cook outside. You've got storage space down here. This is big enough to fit camping chairs if you want. You can also use it as a cooking space. What's that?
Just be louder.
Be louder? Okay. That's the drawer. And
Outlet at the back for convenience.
outlet in the back. We also have outlets on the exterior. So if you want to use, plug something in out here, you can do that. EV charge port. This is how you charge the vehicle. We've got water tank fill-ups here. Another exterior outlet here. We've got 1,000 watts of solar on the roof, as well as a Starlink for high-speed internet, no matter where you are. And like I mentioned, the lights up front. That's the G3. We're going to do a lot more content, a lot more videos. Follow us on Instagram if you're not already. We'll do more YouTube reels. We have a lot of stuff planned this summer to show more of our vehicles, more of our features. Again, we do commercial vehicles too, so if you're a commercial customer and you're interested in a marketing van, and I'm going to show you one right now. So,
well, before we move on, a couple questions about G3 camper van.
Questions, okay?
So, seating in the back, does it come with seatbelts?
So, this one does not, but we will be introducing seatbelts in the rear in the fall. So we're taking orders now for G3s with rear seating, and we will deploy that in the fall. So we're already kind of booking out production slots for G3s with seatbelts. If that is something that you want, I recommend getting in touch now. You can go to our website, you can talk to the chatbot and schedule a meeting with us, or fill out the form, or just fill out the configurator tool, and we can talk to you more about that.
Loads of comments about how beautiful and sleek it looks. We have a question from Marissa. How much weight can the bed take if not all the way lowered?
Great question that I don't know off the top of my head, and I don't want to say the wrong number. So we will be publishing all of that. We're going to have a page with all the information about the raisable bed on our website, on the camper section. So check that out later today.
And then one last one is, does the rear door still use the key fob for locking and unlocking?
No, it doesn't. There is a separate key for the rear door. we totally got rid of the GM garage roll-up door, which, by the way, this door gets us more insulation because the door itself is 2 inches of foam throughout the entire door. And it also gets us more ceiling height inside because we don't have the garage door that needs a place to go while it's rolled up. So there's a lot of advantages to this door, plus the window in the door, but it has its own locking mechanism. And it has sort of a heavy duty deadbolt, and then it also has a separate little lock for even moving this part of the handle.
Sweet. And then one final one. What is the EV range for the G3?
286 miles, so 10 miles more than the G2. So let's go over now to this marketing vehicle. So this is a vehicle for the Transit Authority of Oregon that we're super excited about. TriMet. It's a marketing kind of event experiential vehicle. So they're going to bring it to different events around the state and do advocacy for public transit. And, obviously this is a bit more bare bones intentionally than the camper because it's not a camper van. You've got seating back here, so they can bring people into the space and, have their workers and drivers sit back here when you need a break. They have some special equipment that they bring to these events, and so we have this mounting system with this track mounting system here for their stuff. So I think what this demonstrates is basically one of our module offerings, right? So we can provide this really anywhere in the interior that you might need it. If you're a delivery van or you're doing a lot of parcel delivery, or you have certain equipment that needs it, we can do this track system. You could imagine we could just do it throughout the whole vehicle if that's all you wanted. And same thing with the shelves. So these are shelves that come down and pop up. And same thing, we can offer shelves really anywhere that you want them or throughout the whole vehicle if that's something that you need. This vehicle still has our electrical system. And by the way, one thing I just remembered is we should show you guys the Grounded Plus app. So I'll show that in a minute. So we have a mobile app. You can remotely monitor and control the vehicles from anywhere in the world. There's an LTE modem inside the vehicle, so even if Starlink is off, it can still transmit data about which appliances are on and allow it to be controlled, the vehicle to be controlled from the Grounded app. So we'll show that. And we have a fleet version of that. So if you're a fleet manager and you have a fleet of vehicles, you can show, or you can see and control, you can see where the vehicles are, you can see the battery range, you can see which appliances are on, how much solar is coming in, all of that stuff. So in this van, this other really nice countertop material, refrigerators down here, we have a whole freezer here for ice cream and stuff like that. Media waiting. Okay. We're going to have to wrap this up in about 1 minute. But again, we're going to do more content. This is a different pattern. So these are single-use plastic utensils that are cooked in here. So this is one of the bolder patterns I mentioned. We think it looks awesome. So in the camper van or in any of your commercial vehicles, you can choose this pattern. Again, we have a ton of different options. We have a sink over here. And that's most of this van. So I gotta go, but this has been great. We're really glad to be showing you guys this. We also have the medical van here today. We have other live streams we've done with the medical van. We have some content on our Instagram that show the medical van. We're gonna keep, like I said, making more content. So look out for that. But thanks a lot for